What up YouTube, I'm back. I just want to say my bad if I didn't do a review for Fire Force and Dr. Stone anime yesterday. I had a lot of things to do, and then at night I went to a party with friends and everything. So if this week's review of Demon Slayer is bad, it's because I'm kind of hangover right now, you know. But anyway, this episode was freaking amazing, man. It was one of my favorite episodes of the series so far. I've said that in a lot of reviews, and this anime is great, but there wasn't a lot of action in this week's episode, but it was so good. The interaction between the Hashiras, between Tanjirou, and everything like that was amazing. So there was a lot of character introduced in this week's episode, and they all look awesome. This is the first one. My bad if I'm butchering, you know, the names, but the first Hashira that we were introduced to, kind of, except for Shinobu and Gyu, is Kyojuro Rengo, and he's the Flame Hashira. So that's kind of interesting that they have a title before, you know, the Hashira. So he was the Flame Hashira, and he looks amazing, man. I really like his design. They all have great design. That's the thing, you know. So I really like how he looks. Flame Hashira, he has red and yellow hair, so it makes sense. Then there's this guy. His name is Tengen Uzui or something like that. My bad if I'm butchering his name, but he's a sound Hashira, so I'm guessing that he's using a kind of breathing technique that works with sound or something like that. And the first Hashira that I already don't remember his name, the Flame Hashira, he probably uses fire, you know. And then there's this one, her name is Mitsuri Kanroji or something like that. It was pretty easy to say compared to all the other names, but she's the love Hashira. So obviously during the episode she was loving everything that she was seeing, you know, just seeing Tanjiro, all the other Hashiras and everything like that. She really loves people, so that was kind of funny. And she's definitely waifu material, you know, so she also has a great design. After that, this is probably the weirdest of the Hashiras in my opinion. His name is Guillaume Imejima, and he's a stone Hashira. And the reason why I'm saying he's one of the weirdest Hashiras in the group is because he's always crying for a reason, you know, so that's kind of weird. And I think I didn't say it, but they said that there's 9 Hashiras in total right now. They're not counting the Hashiras that retired, you know, like Urokodaki Sensei. But yeah, man, he's pretty weird because he's always crying for a reason. I really want to know why. Now, this next member of the Hashiras is probably my least favorite design of all of them, because it's pretty plain, it's pretty basic, but it also represents him really well, you know, because he's always looking at the clouds, you know. He looks like he's a simple person, but his name is Muishiro Tokito or something like that. And yeah, like I said, he's a pretty plain character, basic, you know, so that's why I guess his design is like that. And he is Mist Hashira, so I'm just wondering how their powers all works. You know, it's really interesting, man. I really want to know more about them. This next Hashira is Iguro Obanai, and I know that because he has snakes, a lot of people, especially Naruto fans, are gonna flashback to Orochimaru, you know, and that's what I did. The first time I saw this guy, I thought about Orochimaru from the Naruto series. But yeah, you know, he has a lot of snakes, he loves snakes, and he looks like a pretty interesting character. He is the Serpent Hashira, and I'm really wondering how his power works, you know. That's gonna be interesting. Maybe his sword or his snakes turned into sword or something like that. That would be really cool. But I really like his design too, and I'm wondering, sorry, why one of his eyes is yellow compared to the other. That's pretty interesting. But anyway, the other 2 Hashiras is Gyu. Obviously he's the water Hashira. He's the first Hashira that we encountered in the series. I think it was episode 1, so we already know him. And then there's Shinobu Kocho. She's the insect Hashira. We already knew that because we saw her in the 12 Kizuki kind of arc, and like I said, she's a waifu material too, but she's kind of scary, man. She's beautiful but yet scary, so just the way that she talks like she's dead, and the look in her eyes, it's like she's dead, so she's a pretty cool character. But the one that I think I love and hate the most at the same time was this next one that we're going to talk about. So this next Hashira is Sanemi Shinazugawa, and he's the wind Hashira. So that is going to be interesting because he's, except for Gyu, is my favorite member of the Hashira so far, with Shinobu. Obviously he looks amazing. I really like his design. He has a lot of scars. I don't know if it's self-inflicted or if it's by fighting other demon slayers or other demon, but he looks amazing, man. At first I really liked him, but then I saw that he had Nezuko's box and she was still in it, and that's when I started to hate him at the same time, because he injured Nezuko on purpose. Obviously he's a demon slayer, so he doesn't care like that, but it made me really, really mad, man. Nezuko is the waifu of the show, and every time she gets hurt, it hurts, so I was pretty mad. Tanjirou was pretty mad, and I just want to say that his sword looks amazing, man. Green, that sword looks really, really good. But anyway, he was hurting Nezuko on purpose, and obviously Tanjirou, his sword is now broken, so and he has his hands tied behind his back, so he had to do something, and what he did is give him a headbutt. And we all know that Tanjirou's head is really, really hard for a reason, so pause on that, but y'all know what I wanted to say. So he basically defeated an Hashira with his head, that's kind of crazy. But yeah, man, I was really mad at him for doing that to Nezuko, and she didn't do anything to deserve that, so I was pretty mad. The last character that we were introduced to was the Master, and he's a pretty interesting character, for a reason. All the Hashira really revere him. We don't know exactly why. Obviously he's the Master, but what did he do to become the master of the demon slayers? That's gonna be interesting, and I'm wondering how he lost his sight. That's pretty interesting, because half of his face is scarred. Maybe a demon did that to him with his blood demon art. I don't know, but it seems like maybe he was in a fire incident or something like that, and because of that he lost the sight of his eyes. So yeah, man, I'm wondering if he still can be really, really strong, because just by stepping outside he knew that it was the morning, so I really want to know way more about him, because he knows a lot of things. He already knew that Tanjirou was killing demons and everything like that with a demon, his sister Nezuko. So it seems like he knows everything, and I really want to know how he knows that, but he's a pretty interesting character. I really want to know more, and we'll know more, so I can't wait. But for the most part, the episode was about what they were going to do to Tanjirou, Gyu, and Nezuko, because obviously Nezuko is a demon, so their job is to kill demons. So most of the Hashiras wanted to kill Nezuko, except for Gyu, the Love Hashira, and then the Mist Hashira. The Mist Hashira just really doesn't care. The Love Hashira, she loves everyone, so she didn't really care if she's alive or dead, I guess. And then there's Gyu. Obviously he saved Nezuko and Tanjirou countless times, the first time they met, and now a few episodes ago with Rui. But yeah, man, that was the conflict of the episode. Most of the Hashiras wanted Nezuko dead and wanted Tanjiro to have a sanction or something like that. Same thing for Gyu, and the master wants them to look kind of forward, and not kill Nezuko. So that's why I think it was a great episode, even though there was basically no action. The interaction between the characters, because of what happened with Nezuko and what was happening with Tenjo and everything like that, was amazing. And I think that's something that we haven't seen before in this series. Correct me if I'm wrong, but an episode of Demon Slayer uh, with characters that are just interacting with each other because of a subject, a conflicting subject and everything like that. That's what made me love Demon Slayer even more than I love it right now. This episode was just amazing, and just seeing these characters, these are the greatest swordsmen, the greatest demon slayers in the world, interacting each other to decide what they're going to do with Nezuko, Tenjiro, and Gyu. So that was just an amazing. The episode in general was amazing. Anyhow, Urokodaki Sensei wrote a letter to the master. Obviously, Urokodaki is an ex Hashira, and he wrote a letter to the master, to spare Tanjiro and Nezuko, because he knows how great kids Tanjiro and Nezuko are. He just explained that Nezuko hasn't eaten humans or anything like that since she became a demon in 2 years. So was just explaining everything like that, and that's why the master wanted the Hashira to accept that a demon like Nezuko can be good and everything like that. So I really like that part of the episode, even though after that even other Hashira wasn't accepting that. So what they did is test Nezuko. So I think his name is Sanemi. He's the Wind Hashira. He tested Nezuko. Obviously, for a reason, he just likes destroying demons, obviously. But he hurt Nezuko again. But what he did is cut himself and test Nezuko with his blood. So something that I didn't really know is that Nezuko is still struggling if she has, a human blood near her. That I really didn't know. I think that struggle was gone, but obviously she's a demon, so I'm kind of stupid for thinking that. But she was kind of struggling, and that's how the episode ended. So I have faith in Nezuko to do the right thing. I don't think she's gonna eat or try to eat a human. So yeah, Nezuko had a lot going on in this week's episode, man. She was in the box. She was getting slashed or pierced by a sword from an Hashira. So she had a lot going on, and now she has to basically retain herself from an instinct, because of the blood. So it's gonna be interesting to see what she's gonna do in next week's episode. Like I said, I don't think she's gonna try to eat him, but I don't think that she's gonna. What can I say? I don't think she's gonna try. I think she's gonna maybe attack him, or maybe attack the other Hashiras, because Tanjiro right now is on the ground and he's getting hurt by an Hashira, so maybe she's gonna try to help him like she did in the first episode with Gyu or something like that. But yeah, that's how the episode ended. I kind of want to go read the manga right now, because I just can't wait for next week. I think I will, but it's gonna be really, really hard. I really want to know what Nezuko's decision will be. I think I know what it will be, but I don't know how she will do it, But yeah, she went through a lot in this week's episode. But let me know what you thought about this week's episode in the comments down below, and let me know what you think is gonna happen next. My bad if this review is kind of bad. Like I said, I'm still hangover. I just came back from my friend's house, so my bad about all that. Anyhow, I do Demon Slayer reviews every Saturday, so subscribe for that. But I also do other anime related things like Black Clover reviews on Tuesdays, usually Fire Force and Dr. Stone reviews on Fridays, and then, like I said, Demon Slayer reviews and One Piece reviews on Saturdays. So stay tuned for that. Follow me at Anime Specialist on Twitter and Instagram. Like, comment, subscribe. It would help my channel a lot. And I'll see you in the next video, man. Thank you for watching, and bye. Anime Specialist out. Peace.